In the spring of 2023, I took an impulsive 2-week, 3,000-mile road trip across the West Coast from Redmond, Washington to Sedona, Arizona. But first, the redwoods. The redwoods. What can I say about the redwoods? Well, you kind of have to be there to experience it. After spending the previous day at a library, charging my batteries, and doing a little research, I decided on the Trail of the Titans. And boy, was I glad I did. Okay. The audacity that something could be this fucking beautiful. The audacity. Look. What? Oh my god. It's huge. So, after I picked up my jaw off the floor, I got back on the road and took the scenic route on winding roads through the Northern California forests. Eventually, I made it to the California coast. And had my first poppy sighting. Beautiful. Those cows have the best fucking view. The farmlands were painted in yellows and greens. So anytime I travel, I always look up botanical gardens. And I'm like, okay, where is the nearest place that I can see some flowers? Because I need to see flowers right now. I need some beauty in my life. And so I found this place called Mendocino Coast Botanical Gardens in Fort Bragg, California. And it was I spent the entire day there. It was just, it was beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it, so just watch. After saying goodbye to the coast, I headed inland to Mount Diablo.
look at that mud. Oh my gosh.
Eventually I made it back down the mountain, and it just amazes me where the wildflowers can grow, even just in the cracks of rocks. They'll grow anywhere. So, on a whim, as everything else in my life, on a whim, I decided to head up to the Sierra Mountains. It was totally out of my way, but I felt called to the mountains. Just a little bit of a drive away was Kings Canyon National Park. The elevation was so high, there was still snow as high as my van in most of the park. I thought the redwoods were huge. Nope. Good. Do you like my hat? Well, it just so happened that I was in extreme luck that day, and probably that entire week, because it was the first day that they were open, because the winter had brought a lot of snow. Most of the park was actually closed. It was just this like one little bit of the trail that was open, and that's the one I went to. And it's so funny because you never know where life will take you and who you'll meet along the way. I'm in the desert. Alright, I'm about to go to the Poppy Reserve. It's not a super bloom this year for California, but I still wanted to come here because it's been on my list for a while, so hey, I'm here. Right back. After saying goodbye to the distant Sierra Mountains and traveling through the dusty farmlands of Southern California, I found myself in the lowlands of the Antelope Valley. Home of the Antelope Valley Reserve. The hills were carpeted in lush wildflowers as they danced in the sweeping winds. Further inland towards Arizona, I realized that Joshua Tree National Park was along my path, so I decided to dedicate an entire day to exploring this natural playground. And of course, looking at all the lovely wildflowers. There's pinks, yellows. We got the pinks, we got the yellows, we got the purps. Here we go. get as far as the California-Arizona border on this one. Stay tuned for next time when we finally make it to Arizona for their first super bloom in 25 years. And oh yeah, I decided to make a pit stop in the Grand Canyon for a day.